Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the therapy session. It's a travesty, to be honest. Manchester United huffed and puffed, but we just couldn't get it over the line, could we? This is the man of the match voting, and we all invited to the party. Well, it wasn't that great, was it? I mean, we had a majority of the possession, to be honest, and they had one goal scoring opportunity, and there was nothing that Onana could have done. I mean, what a shot! What a shot from Joachim Anderson, to be honest. But we looked. It was one of the days that the ball just didn't want to go in. We. I don't know. I just don't know. I just can't put my finger onto this. We're gonna bring in Jarvis to the stage here. How you doing, Jarvis?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good as can get in a time like this. I'm extremely frustrated by how we play, how Ten Hag conducted this team, that he didn't react sooner. I'm frustrated by the pure desperation how we play. We have we don't play football. We play with pure desperation. There's no passing of the ball. We don't recycle the ball. It's trying to get it up there in the box as fast as we can and take the shots. We don't play with our heads. We play with instinct, and it's not good at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't anticipate this. I mean, but I was texting you in the middle of the game, like I feel like this is deja vu. This is one of those games where the ball doesn't want to go in. We did have scoring opportunities, but just it didn't just go. There was like a deflections from two-time pinballs deflections. There was headers from Hoiland. That was
mm,
good. That was really good. But we got to talk about certain player that I'm starting to lose patience with, and Jamie Wayne is touching here. His favoritism manager has got to cost him 100%. Why didn't he bring on Garnacho on the left wing from the very first beginning? That baffles me because as soon as Garnacho came in, he offered width. As soon as he threw in Martial in, there was creativity. Why did he take off Pelistri? Because this was kind of a game where you kind of needed to spread it out because they closed down the shop, like they was parking the bus,
mm.
and Amrabat for me, he was everywhere, provided that stamina, right? And we didn't see it didn't work between Mason Mount and Rashford, and I got to call it out, to be honest. Is he injured? Take him off. Take him off. We've been calling this out before because that didn't work, and Bruno Fernandes and Rashford cannot play together. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, you're right. You're right. And we have been talking about this for how many days now. We
Yeah.
saw it. We saw everything click when we had Hannibal on the pitch and Garnacho at the pitch. We had wingers who were tracking back, who was working their socks off. We had midfielders that was running all the time, so we could utilize the creativity from Casemiro and Hoyland in the best way. But now we're back to this desperation FC. So
Mm.
and I also think it's about mentality. It's about a mental game. We could see it by Bruno. He was getting petulance again. Every decision that the referee was took against us, he was like waving his arm out and yelling. And of course, it spreads to the other players. You lose focus. It's about focus, the mentality game, and then we play into Crystal Palace's hands. Roy Hodgson, he had foreseen this. He did some tactical brilliant things, and he knew how to stop. For example, Amrabat, he just took Ayu, put him high up in the left, in the
Mm.
right wing. So he pushed Amrabat back. So Casemiro was alone in the midfield. We had no legs to compromise the midfield and win the game. So it's a lot of things that Ten Hag should have foreseen, and it's not good enough even from the gaffer. I'm not happy with his decision making during the game.
No, it's true. It's pathetic what most people in the VR room. I'm trying to sort of look at it from another angle because possession wise, ball wise, we were kind of the winning team, right? but we just didn't convert our chances. We didn't, we just didn't. That's the thing. They didn't look. It was clear and obvious they were looking to close up the shop and park the bus, and but we didn't. We couldn't pinpocket that the low block. So why
Mm.
would you keep on Rashford in there? Like, why don't you put in Ericsson earlier? Like, provide a little bit of creativity, and it's just frustrating. It felt one of those games that I've seen before, again and again and again. Like, we're huffing and puffing and we're huffing and puffing, and the ball just doesn't want to go in.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we played bad in a certain way because we had possession. We just like, I don't know, use the width, use Pelistri, use Garnacho. Play your best players, right? Don't play on the merits because I don't know. Some people were saying here in the VR room, like, what was Mason Mount on him? But Mason Mount was actually good off the ball. Like, if you remember, he did that brilliant slide tackle, one back the ball. But you should have involved Mason Mount more into the play, like, and what Rashford is just not tucking it wide at the moment, right? It,
Mm.
Hollywood, Hollywood,
Yeah,
Hollywood.
it had to be said that Rashford, he was a waste of space today.
Oh,
He was awful at the pitch. I give him 1 out of 10.
yeah,
He
we're
did
gonna get
nothing.
into that.
He did nothing. And he was greedy on the ball. Every time he got the ball, he tried to dribble. There was one time in the first half, about after 25 minutes, we had a good chance. We were six people, six Man United players in the box, and Rashford
Dude,
chose to try to dribble three men. It's like,
dude.
yeah.
What about Milos Mitic here saying, big up to all of you. Welcome to the therapy session. Milos Mitic is saying, what about Maguire's, the dime minutes, like, we're having the possession ball and he sends the ball out. Jesus Christ. That's gone like we had him. We had pressure, like, oh, okay, here comes the Fergie time. Maguire pokes the ball and what hits Ganacho and out. Or did he hit Ganacho?
I don't know. I don't know. I was screaming to the television, so I didn't get all the details. I got to be honest.
Hmm. Bruno and
How
Rashford
how
just,
about that handball on Ward? It was like
that was a
a long
handball. There
cross,
was
and
two
he was
handballs.
running with his
Yeah.
back, and it hit his hand. And you saw that the referee had the VAR checked,
Yeah.
and he was just like
Hey,
immediately dismissing it.
there
But
was two.
how could he not give that as a handball? Because Rashford was in a good scoring position,
Yeah.
and he stopped it basically with his hand, even though he was with his back against the ball and he didn't see it. But it's the defender's responsibility to watch his arms. So we had a clear what do you say, for
Goal
the
scoring. Yeah.
yeah, goal scoring, yeah.
You mean
So
there was two opportunities when he was running and he hit his hand from the back, right?
mhm.
They didn't check that. And there was the second one when they were at the ball again. Garnacho did it against Spurs as well, where the ball is a goal scoring opportunity. The ball is traveling towards the goal. There's no way the goalkeeper can stop the shot, but he's blocking it with his hands like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, but I gotta say on that one, it's no penalty because the defender had his
Yeah,
hands
yeah,
up
sure.
into his chest and his body, so I wouldn't give that. If his hands are out, it's a clear handball. But he had them like this, so for me, that's no handball. But the first one on Ward, when he had his arm out and he stopped it for Rashford, that's a clear penalty. If
Mm,
if they should do as they have done earlier this season and giving out handball penalties all the time,
mm.
so. But we had one on Amrabat too. We got to be fair. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is.
Rashford, Bruno, Casemiro, Amrabat, piss poor. I don't agree with it. I thought Amrabat was the man of the match here, according to my opinion. He was everywhere. Like, he provided us solid. He didn't put one foot wrong. Of course, there was incidents when he grabbed the ball like this, like, to grab the ball. But we got to give the man of the match to somebody. And if there is somebody, according to my opinion, I thought it was Amrabat. What do you think?
No, yeah, Amrabat was okay. He wasn't the best. I think Garnacho was really good when he came on. He created a lot. So even though we just had like 30, 35 minutes, he was, for me, maybe the most creative, most impactful player. I think also, well, Dalot had a good game on the right
Mm,
back. He came on the outside and had a lot of good crosses into the box. So maybe those were the two best for me.
Mountain Bruin and Hoiland catastrophe. No, I didn't think Hoiland was catastrophe. Hoyland, I mean, he didn't get service, and when he did, like, he held up the ball fantastically. He had goal scoring opportunities. He had a header. I mean,
mm,
Sam Johnson, you got to give the flowers to Sam Johnson today, the goalkeeper. I think he was, if it wasn't for Sam Johnson, it would be at least 1-1, at least. But it is what it is.
yeah,
Rashford's been poor since February, 100%. He has been. I think the gaffer needs to recognize, because he took him off at the end of the day. They
mm,
were targeting him, they were nibbling him. He fell down a few times, and then finally, um, Bruno. I mean, he came off for Anthony then, Martial then.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know what you guys are seeing. Why was Mount the worst, Marky? He didn't. I mean, when he got on the ball, when he was off the ball, I saw he was good, but he just didn't work with that left hand side.
Mm,
Because Mr. Hollywood was kind of like, not even looking up. He's trying to do that. You know, you're trying to dribble through a wall of three, four, five players. You know what I mean? Instead of passing the ball.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just Laurent France, welcome to the stream. I stopped watching a few minutes into the second half. I didn't. I never do. Dark Cow Crow is saying Hannibal got 0 minutes for all the good play in Carabao Cup. But I can
yeah.
think that we're playing Tuesday. We're playing Champions League, right? So he probably thought about that bench and probably thought about I will rest some players for the Champions League, and Hannibal's probably going to play in the Champions League.
Mm, mm.
I don't know. Kev McGee is saying Rashford needs to benching ASAP, 100%. I mean, that is kind of clear, isn't it? I mean, if we can see it, if the whole Old Trafford can see it, why can't the coaching staff see it? I mean, why do they keep him on? It's just because, A, he might miss 10, he might score one, but he didn't even shoot on goal.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a strange one with Rashford, because we know his potential. He can be our main man and score 30 goals in
Listen,
a season. But the thing is, when he's not in form, because he's not a I wouldn't say he's a good player when it comes to decision making. He's really bad when it comes to decision making. So when he's not in form, because he reacts instinct with his instinct, not with his decisions. He can't think of what to do. He just
yeah,
needs to do it. So
yeah.
when he's not in form, everything falls apart, and he looks terrible. And this is what we are watching and seeing right now at the moment. Rashford, he's like a fish on land, playing at the moment. He can't do anything right. So it feels very
No,
very
there's
hard.
not.
So I think Ten Hag needs to protect him at the moment now. Take him off, put him on the bench, let him sit there for a couple of games to get his head straight, because
Yeah,
it's not
true.
working.
True. I mean, at least if you look at it, at least there's levels, right? There's levels. If
Hmm.
you're playing your top game, you're scoring goals. If you're playing, I mean, you don't even have to be like on your best behavior. You can still be in the middle. Like, and if Bruno has shit games, but he offers something. He's always there. Like, and he's in the
Hmm.
middle. Like, but Rashford hasn't have that middle ground. Like, it's either shit or he's even good, right? And mark my words now. And I'm very, guys. If you're watching this stream, Edward Reed, I read this. Ten Hag cannot be finished. How can he be finished, right? I understand that the media is trying to create this narrative to to turn the screws. This is the worst fixture since what, 1937 or something like that, right?
Hmm.
Something like that. 9 points out of 21 is actually sackable. But again, like, are we living in a goldfish world where we have short memory span? Just look at what we have. Like, we have no fucking defenders, man.
Hmm.
Honest to God. We literally have to play the center defender midfielder as our left back, right? Honest to God. We have to.
Yeah, yeah. I see Mateus has a great comment here, and he's actually right when it comes to his comment. I can't bring it in because I don't have the
Okay,
admin
yeah,
from
yeah,
this
yeah, I want to
meeting.
see what
But
Matthias is saying here.
y-
Welcome to the stream, everyone. I can see you. Just going to look for Matthias. Just catching up with the.
you're just saying Ten Hag making the same mistakes as Ola. He's playing his favorites, and in a way it feels like it, because you have your favorites, your go-to players, and I think Ten Hag is doing the same mistake. And when it's blatantly obvious that some players are in better forms, and you play Rashford instead of Garnacho. Garnacho comes in and delivers the man of the match performance for me, and Rashford does nothing. And the same with Bruno. He loses the ball all the time, and he don't even put on Hannibal after a fantastic game. just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So he has his go-to players, and he got to be careful because it will cost him. It will definitely cost him. And now the verdict is out, and he's failing.
Yeah,
With
but
stuff.
Ole wasn't a better manager if you look at it, like, right? What did Ole win? Comparing, we won a silverware last in the first season under
Yeah,
Ten
yeah.
Hag.
Well, I'm not saying that Ole was. I'm
No,
not
but
comparing
Mateus
him
is saying
in
Ole
that
was
way.
a
I'm
better
just comparing
manager.
that he's doing the same mistake.
Yeah.
And that's, you got to be careful. He has to play the players in form, because we saw that when Ten Hag came into the job last season. In the beginning of the season, he benched Casemiro. He played McTominay because McTominay was in great
Mm,
shape, and it actually worked. And Ten Hag, but during the season he lost his way and starting to play his, call it favorites or whatever, but his
yeah.
go-to players.
MVP saying Rashford in form? Question mark. The only form he's running into walls, making awful decisions. 100%, my friend. Who care about part about lucky season? That's what it is, my friend. And the game that I watched today was frustrating. I don't say we were shit, to be honest. I don't think we were shit, to be honest. I mean, we had majority of possession. I haven't seen the stats as of yet. Have you?
Yeah, I have the stats here. We had 19 shots. Crystal Palace had 8. We had
Eight shots.
four on target. Only 4 shots on
Mm.
target out of 19, because we were taking the shots. We didn't play with our heads. We chose to choose to fire into their block. And Crystal Palace played an excellent low block, and Palace had 2 shots on target, but we had actually 77% possession. They had only 23, and 732 passes. So we had a lot of passes, but we didn't. As I talked about before the game, we didn't recycle the ball and go from one side to the other,
Yeah,
or
true.
or try to compromise them on one side and do the diagonal pass. We didn't do that a lot.
That's what was missing. That's the
Mm,
thing. I mean, stats don't lie, and it doesn't say that we had a bad game. Like, we were actually in control of the game. They just set back, and they had just one set piece, and that's all it is. That's football, people. Doesn't mean that we're shit. Like,
mm. Yeah, but one thing you got to say, but that's why I'm saying we played with desperation. We
mm,
didn't play with our head. We didn't relax with the ball and started playing football. It was always, we
yeah,
need to score, we need to score, we need
we
to
need to
score. That's
score.
what
Yeah,
always going on. We were trying to fire from every angle instead of like taking down the ball, do a couple of passes. So that was my problem with our game. It's the desperation part, and I don't think Bruno is doing a good job as a leader when the desperation comes, because he is petulant. He's like getting the desperation into the team by his behavior. I think we
mm.
need a more stoic type of leader. I would prefer Varane to be our captain, because he's more mature in a way. I saw
Varane
him.
was
He had
good.
a couple of good involvements, and he was clapping and praising the good things that happened. But Bruno was just waving with his arms. So for me, I think that's not a good thing with our leadership.
Yeah, no, no, controlling the game. I agree, Kenny. It doesn't mean nothing, right? It's how you win games. And Ned Brown is saying blaming it on the manager, but like, who else is there out there? Like, should we just sack a manager because we had a bad season, a bad run of injuries, and Glaze is looming out there? Like, nobody really knows if we. There's no communications from the owners. Are we getting sold? Nobody knows. Nobody knows if they're going to get the salaries or they're going to keep the jobs. It's a really toxic environment at the moment. And 100%, like, Kevin McGee's kind of agreeing with you. Say, Jarvis, I agree with you, Jarvis. Bruno isn't suited to be our captain. And
Hmm.
why is it then being the captain then?
Maybe he's the one who takes the responsibility and accepted the job. Maybe, as Ole said in his interview, there were several players who refused to be the captain. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but it doesn't feel like Bruno is the right leader for our team, especially when we are struggling and we are fighting a fight
Yeah.
uphill.
No, I agree with what Edward. If I'm not going to throw him under the bus. I'm never going
No.
to throw the manager under the bus because I know the situation with the injuries and the ownership. And the easiest thing, like, don't fall into the old trap again that we have to throw another manager under the bus, and we were back on the same recycling, the hamster wheel. But yeah, if he plays Rashi again, I'm absolutely going to go ape shit, to be honest, because the boy is not in form. The guy is not in form, and he
Mm.
doesn't offer anything, right? That's the thing. Even the pundits were saying in the halftime, which the stream that I was watching, to say The problem is that he's not passing. He's not finding Hoyland. He
Mm,
doesn't find Hoyland. And what's the then point of having a striker, a number nine, if it's not getting any service from the wing? At least when you see when Ganacha comes in, he's providing that service. He's driving at the defenders. He's driving at the byline. He makes cutting passes. He
mm.
makes actually crosses into the box. Rashford didn't offer one single cross, right?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. You have a good
Even
point
a
there.
non-crosser herself more than this 90 minutes game.
Mm,
Be
mm.
honest. Listen.
Well, the thing Ten Hag needs to figure out is how to beat a low block. Because there will be a lot of those things coming to Old Trafford, playing with a low block. If they get a lucky goal, they will just keep 11 men behind the ball all the time. And it was very hard to break down. So,
Mm,
how do we break down a low block? It's a thing that Ten Hag needs to figure out.
yeah.
And I know his game plan. The game plan is very easy. We play out from the back. We create overloads on one side. We create the diagonal to the other side. We set up the winger one against one, and then come with a lot of people into the box.
Yeah.
And that's what we should do. It's not that hard, but
Oh,
we don't do it. We struggle to play the ball, and we are too impatient when we attack. We try the first movement always
yeah.
instead of taking the ball down
All right.
and relaxing.
MVP Gamerskill saying PSG came in for Rashford. United should have sold him. That was his lucky season. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson used to do. Like, you sell your best players because you can look for the future. And the future for me is Garnacho, right?
Yeah.
This suits more what Ten Hag wants to play. Why are we then keeping him? Why is it something above the club to say that keep him? It's like, okay, if you can have like, consistent performances, like, season in, season out. But, last season he scored 30 goals. Now he's back to his, the season before where he was shit again, right? So it's every second season he has this kind of run of forms, right?
Yeah, and that the problem is, and it comes to the owners, the Smurfs, as we can call them, because of we can't say their name,
The
but
G's,
the
the
G's.
establishment.
Yeah, how can they give a Rashford a contract on 300K a week for a short spell? He had a
Mm,
short spell last season. He scored all these goals from after the World Cup until I would say middle of March, start of April, and then he
mm.
was done. And
All
then we
right.
give him a new contract, 300K a week, done. And suddenly Rashford is back to playing poor again. And he had 2 seasons before that where he was poor.
Uh,
So we award players for short spells of good play,
yeah.
and that's on the leadership of the club.
All right. Well, if you look at who will throw the manager on the bus, who is there, like, from the old guard, like, Rashford is one of them with the player power. If you're getting paid 350K a week or something like that, 300K a
Rashford is
week,
300, Sancho is
300,
350.
he's got power. He's got power, right? So if he's not performing well, he's probably going to blame it on the manager, right?
Hmm.
Do you think he's that kind of person?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I have nothing bad to say about Rashford as a person. I think he's a good person. He's a good boy. He has
I'm just
he
playing
thinks
a
he thinks
devil's
about the
advocate.
poor and feeds the kids in Britain and stuff like that. So he's a great guy in a way, but as a footballer, he, as I said, he's more instinctive than rational when it comes to decision making. And when he's not in form, it shows.
Hmm. Milos thinks that people are still angry because of he sidelined Sancho of the banned Sancho of the team. And this is what I'm saying because Rashford and Sancho they are best mates. Of course they are. You know
Hmm.
they are. So it's got to affect them as well. Like of course they're talking. You reckon? I don't know.
Yeah, but I think maybe, of course, Rashford reads social media, and this week everybody has been going on that he hasn't performed, so he probably feels the pressure, and he's the kind type of guy who wants to take responsibility. We
Mm,
see that when he get the ball, he tries at least he tries. But it's a dumb thing to do, to take on 3 4 men every time if you have a United player beside you that you can pass the ball to.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that's his decision making again.
Anyway,
And we have been talking about this. Ten Hag needs to sit him down and talk to him. He needs to learn how to be a water carrier. He needs to provide for the other teammates
true.
to be a better collective.
Be a bloody team player.
Mm,
We're playing a team. Like, I can understand that you were carrying all the goals, you had all the glory, and now you have a Rasmus Hoiland in there, and you're not even providing crosses into the box. You get a Garnacho coming in, he's putting it wide, he's offering himself off the ball, on the ball, like he's driving the byline, putting, like, through balls
mm,
through. It's more threat. And even when you put in a Martial on the right, actually offers some more creativity, and even Pelistri. Well,
yeah.
my frustration was in the first half until the 60 minutes, 65, when he did the subs. Thank God he did the subs. Was that he fell into Roy Hodgson trap? Like, they were just keeping it compact. They were defending. They didn't even offer any threat on transitioning, right?
No.
And what did we do? We should have just sprayed it wide. No, we didn't. We didn't even, like, threaten the goal box. You know what I mean? The 6 yard box. We didn't even have proper shots on target, like, to test the goalkeeper.
Mm,
And that was kind of a tactical fault from Ten Hag. You can see if it's not working, why keep it? Change it.
mm, mm.
So, yeah, credit when credit's due, but critic when critics needed, 100%. Like, should we just go over the ratings, my friend? Because this feels a little bit. I feel like it's going to be a slaughter here. Like, smash the like, people. Guys, if you're watching this video, which you certainly are, I can see people in the VR room. Don't forget to smash the like, what Mateus is saying here. Pelistri, what LB is saying, shouldn't be taken off. You were saying to me too as well. Oh
Mm.
my God, he's taking off Pelistri for who? And keeping Rashford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking decision, I would
Yeah.
say.
VAR was also not on our side. Yeah, he wasn't. VAR was not on our side. You know what? Casemiro was lucky there on the second attempt. He could have gone a red card there. He was
Yeah,
already
but
on the yellow.
the first yellow was too soft. It was his first tackle. For me, that's not a yellow card.
Hmm. All right then.
Yeah. So if you see it as a whole, it was no red.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. So
People blame Ronnie when he said Standards has dropped. Poppy's in the house, 100%. But this is
it's up,
just
puppy.
the man of the match, me and you, Jarvis. Quick
Yeah.
and dirty, because I
Yeah.
don't feel that.
We can go on with the ratings. Should we start with Onana?
Yeah, guys, let's go with Onana. There was nothing he can do on that shot. 100%. In the first half, a lot of balls went to Onana. Like, we didn't really attack forward. They were too comfortable passing it back to Onana. But I think Onana had a good game after all. Like,
Yeah, Onana, he couldn't have done much,
six.
but the thing with Onana, I see a tendency in his play when it comes to shots. He give the rebound straight into the field. He's not pushing them out to the side. So I have seen it. He's doing it again and again. So it will cost us. So he needs to improve his that part of his
Yeah,
game. But and on the goal, it was a magnificent finish from the Danish center back of Crystal Palace,
there's
Anderson,
nothing you can do.
and
That was,
and it shifted direction also, so
oh,
it was
yeah.
a hard ball for him. But
But
and
there was
again,
a,
I don't want
they
to
were
do
checking the
comparisons.
offside as well. They were checking if it was offside because there was player on the offside position when he
Yeah,
was
but when
shooting.
it comes to reflexes, I suspect maybe De Gea would have saved that one because
Yeah,
it
but
was
he
straight over
was
his head.
just a
Because that was
little
De
bit.
Gea's strength on his line with his reflexes. That's not Onana's strength. So, but
Hmm.
it is what it is. We have Onana here for a reason. If I should give him a, should we do 1 to 6 or 1 to 10?
Yeah, 1 to 10,
One.
100%.
Okay, so I give Onana a 5 then.
Or five.
Yeah,
I thought it was more. A five is just average.
that's
Good.
average. Was nothing more for me than average.
You sure?
Yeah, because of the rebounds, how he gives them, and stuff like that. And he wasn't in. He, I wouldn't say he had something. He didn't do anything special. It was just a 5 for me.
And then we go on Amrabat. Then, which way do you want to go?
Yeah, we can start with Amrabat.
Yeah, Amrabat. I thought it was one of the better contender of the man of the match, according to my opinion. I would put a 7 on Amrabat.
Yeah. Um, I would give Amrabat a 6. He would struggle a little bit defensively. He gave away a couple of free kicks. You could see that he's not a left back, but when he was going forward, he was good. He was good by redistribute
Yep.
the ball
No, no,
when he
no.
had it. So for me, yeah, I give him a 6.
Yep. The chat is saying Amrabat 8. Amrabat 7. I thought he was a contender of the man of the match. He was cool and composed. He was running. He was bossing. He was everywhere. He was in the middle. He was back. He didn't put one foot wrong. You know.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So for me, it's a 7. 100%
Yeah,
7.
I can go for a 7 then. Okay, 6 plus 7. That's okay. He was one of the better players on the field. Okay, I agree.
Okay. Lindelof.
Hmm. Again, Lindelof is not a very strong player when it comes to physicality, and the Crystal Palace striker, he was kind of bullying Lindelof. So they had always a breather when they gave the ball to Mateta. Or is it Mateta, the name of the
A
striker?
5. A 5
Yeah.
is average
So
performance.
I wouldn't give him more than a 5.
Yeah.
But he
I
didn't do anything wrong,
He
also.
didn't do
So
anything
yeah,
wrong. Varane, I must be a 6.
yeah. For me, Varane was one of the better players. I would give him a 6 plus, maybe a 7.
Yep. What's your VRR room saying? 6. Did you say 6?
I say I give Varane a 6.
Okay. Varane number 6. Then we're moving on to Diego Dalot.
Yeah, Dalot was good. He came around. He had a lot of crosses into the box. He was lively. I think I would give Dalot a 7.
A 7. Yeah, he was good actually, Dalot. But there was some. He could have done better on certain counterattacks as well. Okay, we go into the midfield. Like, should we start with Mount?
Yep.
5. Average. I mean, he came
Yeah.
off.
His work rate is good.
Yeah,
He
he's good.
he tried, and his set pieces is good. He had some good corner kicks that was dangerous. He tried to impact the game, but it was not over one of those days.
Six.
It didn't go well. So
6. I see sixes
mm,
here in the chat as well.
yeah, I can agree with the 6.
Yeah, because he didn't play full game, but off the ball, I think he was good. He was chasing. He just didn't get into the game enough.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
Rashford. No, no, Casemiro. Okay, Casemiro almost got a yellow, red. I'm sorry. What do you reckon about Casemiro's performance then?
90 minutes played, 4 shots. He was trying. He was contributing, going forward. Ah, but he didn't get much help. I think he was alone a lot of times because
Hmm.
Amrabat didn't tuck in that the way we wanted him. But yeah, I give him a
6, solid.
oh, I would actually give him a 5. Or okay, I give him
I
a
give him a
6.
6.
Yeah,
5 is average. Okay, now we're moving to the interesting part, which is the forward line. We're gonna go with Bruno Fernandes.
yeah, he impacts the game in a negative way. For me, I give Bruno a 4.
A 4. Okay. VR room, what you saying? What's Bruno gonna have for score? Going once, going twice, going 4, 4, 3. Okay, 4. Bruno is having a 4.
Yeah, Scotty gives him a 4. Mark gives him a 3. Um, Jamie Wayne gives him a 2.
Okay.
So
All right.
it was not a good game from Bruno. Maybe a 4 is generous, but I give him a 4.
All right. Now we're gonna have the D number 10, Marcus Rashford. I want to hear from you because I see a lot of zeros, a lot of ones, -2. There is no -2. I can see you, Jamie Wayne. What you're writing? I want to hear from you, Jarvis. What would you give Rashford?
Yeah, today he was nowhere near
1,
anything.
2,
So
1.
he at least he showed up. He was on the field and he had both his shoes
Yeah,
on.
showing up, you get yourself a one.
So and he had both his shoes on, and he managed to tie them up. So yeah, I give him a one.
A one. Yeah, that's for showing up. We can't give. If you're a zero, you didn't show up at all. Like, you know what I mean.
Hmm.
But at least he showed up. Pelistri, though, I feel sorry for him because he didn't get much service, but when he was on the ball, he looked good.
Yeah. I see
Guys,
here. I see here in the VAR room, RJ gives Rashford a 1.5. Jamie Wine minus
I don't do
20.
point fives. I only do straight.
Milos gives
So
him one and a thumbs down. William gives him a one. Scotty at the wheel -5. Simon gives him a 0. Alan gives him a 2. So no one was happy with Rashford today. But
nobody
we
was.
got to remember it's on his footballing contribution. We give him a one. So we got to remember and not start to hate on players.
No, 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 no,
No,
no. Fair assessment. Pelistri. Facundo Pelistri. He should never have been subbed off. He should have a little bit more service. I didn't see him put one foot wrong either. So Pelistri was a 6 for me. I see Marky saying 6 for Pelistri.
I
RJ
like
saying
I like
6.
Pelistri with the way he plays, but he didn't start good, but he played himself into the game,
Yeah,
and actually when he got subbed off, he was at his best. He
yeah.
he took on his man. He gave us a couple of free
I
kicks,
see a lot of
and
votes
he
here
was
for
like
6. Majority
lively.
6.
So I would give Pelistri a 6.
Yeah, a majority of the votes here is saying 6 as well. So Pelistri is a 6, 100%. Oh,
Hmm.
I like this new tool actually. You can draw and cool. All right, and
Yeah.
then we have one score left.
Rasmus.
Rasmus Hoiland.
Yeah, I think he lost the Danish duel with his fellow countryman Anderson. Uh, he didn't get involved enough in the game, and he lost a lot of duels against Ward and Anderson. So
6 for me is I give him a 6 because
I would say Rashford or Rasmus got a lot of service into the box, but he wasn't on the right place at the right time.
he almost scored. That's the thing. I see
Yeah,
people giving him 6 here, like 6, 6.
I
Yeah,
think that's generous. I would give him a 5.
I give him a 6 to be honest because I see a lot of there's a mix 5, 6, 6, 6. I think when he received the ball, he shielded the ball. He had goal scoring opportunities, and unfortunately didn't go in. To be honest, right? So he had two clear chances that can not clear chances, but he could have gone in. To give him a 5 is a little bit harsh, to be honest. He was
Yeah,
there.
I just see
6
Mark
for
Hen's
Hoyland.
comments here. He said, "Oh no, that was on Mason Mount." Sorry, Mark gives Hoylund a 6, so everybody agrees on a 6. It looks like
Okay.
6 and 5s.
So we have 2 players on 7, so that we have to give the man of the match to in that case.
Well, as for me, the sub Garnacho, I want to rate him too.
Oh yeah, Garnacho. Oh
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. We have the subs there. Sorry, we have the subs here.
Garnacho, he played 29 minutes plus added time 4 minutes, so 33 minutes for Garnacho. He had 3 shots and he had a lot of good crosses into the
Yeah,
box. He took
it was
on
good.
his man. He went to the line
Seven,
and crossed
seven.
it. So yeah, actually, he was the man of the match. I will give him an 8.
Ooh, an 8. But people are giving 6.5. Garnacho 7. 6.5 on Milos Mitic. She's saying, "Come on, VR room, get your votes in. Come on, we are counting. Come on, get your votes in, people."
Garnacho.
Garnacho
Yeah, he was very lively.
7. William Billy saying 7. Yeah, yeah. I think he was an 8 too. Like he was lively.
Hmm.
Okay. All
So
right then.
see here, Simon gives him a 6. William gives him a 7. Milos Micic gives Garnacho 6.5. Allen gives him a 7. Dan Crow gives him a 7. John Johnson gives him a 7. So I think we can clearly give Garnacho a 7 then.
A 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
Martial, if you're going by the strikers,
Yeah, I didn't see much from Martial. He didn't get many minutes, did he? He came
he
on
was
in
a
the.
six. Like, he contributed. Like, fair play. Like, he didn't get much minutes, to be honest. Ericsson, he didn't even came on to the pitch much either. So, I mean,
Yeah, it's hard to rate them when they play so little. Actually, one of the subs, to be fair, again, I think I think Maguire was not too bad coming on.
you kidding me?
Yeah, I gotta be fair, but
He toe poked it out to the sidelines again.
yeah,
It's
he did
kilometer.
that at the last. But at least he won a couple of duels. You saw down the corner flag when Crystal Palace was running the clock. Maguire he took command and went out there and used his body and used his strength. So I would say he was okay coming on. But
I don't agree.
Maguire is Maguire.
I don't agree because he caused us the, when we're going forward, he poked it. We were like, pressuring, cooking, like going for the equalizer. And what does it do? You can even see Garnacho goes, "What you doing, man?" Like,
Yeah, for that pass going out. Yeah,
yeah. Um, McTominay came in as well. No, he didn't. Van de Beek came in, right?
yeah. Donny came in. Did he even touch the ball? I didn't see it.
A
He had
five,
2 minutes on the pitch.
a five.
Yeah,
You can't give more than five, to be honest. That's the thing. And that's about it, right? Maguire, that's all the
yeah,
subs we did. So, people in the chat, should we just do a polling here in the chat here? Who was your man of the match then? Because then we have a few contenders to choose for. We do a polling. Talk
yeah.
to the
We have
VR
we
room.
have Amrabat, we have Dallo, and Garnacho.
Yep, I'm just doing a poll here in the chat, and you can talk to the VR room because I'm doing this.
Yeah, I just see that Mark Ennis says Dallo is clear, so that's his man of the match. I see Surinder Singh says gutless, toothless, and spineless. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. It was a bad game. Um, and I think also we should rate our manager Ten Hag. So
Oh
please,
yeah, but
our
yeah, I will
give
do
give
that. I will
Ten
do.
Hag your ratings, 1 out of 1 to 10 for his subs and his overall game plan.
Yeah, 100%.
I see here Milos Mitic says Dallo 7.5. He was his man of the match. William Connolly says Garnacho was the man of the match. Scotty at the wheel, Garnacho.
Okay, I just posted the poll in the chat. Please vote for your poll right now, right here. The poll is up there. Man of the match is going for how many minutes are we going to have that now open? 1 minute, I think.
Yeah, just get your votes in and we will have
Votes in.
this
I
up
can see that going.
fast.
I can see that going. So we have three candidates there. We have Amrabat for the man of the match. We have Daloy for the man of the match. We have Garnacho for the man of the match. And I can see the bar is rising for Viva Garnacho is going
Mm,
highly now on 47% people.
yeah.
Get your votes in. Daloy is kind of rising up. Amrabat is rising up. He's running on 39% now. Now it's equal 39, 39, 22. Get your votes in, people. Get it right in. Right now is a tie 39 39. 39 Amrabat, 39 Garnacho. Now Amrabat is leading with 42%. Dalo is on 21. Garnacho is on 37.
Mm,
That's all we can get right now. We have 19 votes so far, people. 19
yeah.
votes, what I can see. Get your votes in right now because you guys are actually driving this man of the match voice. We have 20 votes coming in now. Oh, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down. This is like a volume control when you're watching it, right? This is so cool. 21 votes in, 21 votes in, 21 votes in, 22. 22 is coming in. Amrabat is in. Oh, get in there, son. Amrabat is leading at the moment. We have 22 votes. Come on. More.
Okay, okay. Good people. Get your votes in. I will just talk about Eric Ten Hag's rating. I see
Yes.
Scotty at the wheel gives Eric Ten Hag a 4. Milos Mitic gives him a 0. He's not happy. William Conley says gives him a 1 because he got it wrong on the day. He took a risk and it bit him. John Johnson gives Ten Hag a 5. I see here Simon. He says Ten Hag 4 kept Rashford on too long again. I agree with that statement. Kevin McKee gives 4 for Ten Hag. Mark gives Ten Hag a 4.5. So it's not looking good for Ten Hag.
Mhm.
Edward Reed gives Ten Hag a 0, and Nicholas gives Eric Ten Hag a 5. So I would say the average of that will be approximately a 4 for Eric Ten Hag. So he
Well,
needs also to improve his man
yeah.
management and in-game management.
Well, I can see Simon here and say, guys, man of the match is irrelevant at this loss. Yeah, in a way, but you got to rate and rate your players.
Yeah.
Don't say who is man of the match because we didn't win the match, but we got to rate the players. Like we're allowed to give roses, we're allowed to criticize, and this is the practice, isn't it? So Ten Hag was a 4, according to your opinion, right?
Yeah, the VAR room said they gave him a 4
A judge and
average.
verdict. Eric Ten Hag's Shango is saying 6. Um, I don't know. This is a tough call. Like, maybe a lot of people have bad emotions that because we lost the game, and probably tomorrow you will rewatch the game and
Hmm.
think clear. Okay, the poll has been decided then because we have votes, and I'm gonna end the poll here right now. Looks like Garnacho finished on 38%, Dalot on 19%, and the man of the match is what I was saying goes to Sofian Amrabat, which I thought it was fair call because
Hmm.
I thought that he was the workhorse. I thought he was everywhere. He was in the middle. He was on the right. He was on the left. He was playing, center back. He's playing the deep lying center back. He was everywhere. So for me, it goes to who?
Amrabat.
Amrabat. Yeah, Amrabat.
That's all I can give him.
It goes to Amrabat.
Yeah.
That's the man of the match.
I see we have celebrity Thor, the god, has
No,
came
Thor the God
down
is
to
here.
Earth, and in his say, Earthlings, I have arrived.
Oh, finally. Where have you been, Thor?
And then Thor, he says Marcus Rashford will be Ten Hag's downfall.
Yeah, same what Cristiano Ronaldo was for Oli, I think. So, that's the thing.
Hmm.
But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for contributing. Thank you for providing your votes and your say. Uh, Thor Earthling, I can see you. I can see Smoky Bacon it's been a while, Smoky Bacon, since I see you. You always say it's heaven's food. So, will you have Smoky Bacon now after? Let me know what you guys are doing after this game because I think it's a game coming up right now. I think we are playing right now. I think it's Liverpool, Scalcerpool versus Spurs, which everyone wants to go and watch, I guess,
Yeah.
in a way. But thank you so much, guys, for coming in, having your say. We will be live after the Scalcerpool game.
Yeah, we will do a more
Call in show
honest assessment of the game when my adrenaline has settled down. Maybe I will see it in a different light, but
right
I need
now.
a couple of hours then.
Well, that's it right here, right now. This is what it is, and this has been me and Jarvis to, hold up the fort. Win, lose, or draw, we always here, guys. But thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and we should see you to the next one, which is after the game. So please tune in. I'm gonna make a call-in show. I'm gonna make the thumbnail right now. I'm gonna make it. I don't know what time, but I will figure out. Please, if you haven't subscribed, do it right now and hit that notification button. It's been Mick Ruby here with Jarvis Cocker having our say. And God, we didn't have our win today. Oh no! But see you later, huh? Jarvis,
Yeah.
final words?
No, we just got to keep our head up, chin up, and go for the next game. We have a game on Tuesday against
Oh,
against
yeah.
Galatasaray, so
Thank God.
nothing better than to win on the next one. So we just got to keep it positive.
Yep. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Thanks you for voting. See you to the next show, which is after the Liverpool game. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.